In Kansas City at the 2017 National Association of Farm Broadcasters annual meeting with Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue. And Sonny, first of all, thanks for being with us and thanks for taking time for us.
Happy to be here with you. Look forward to conversation.
Seems like every corner you turn here as we talk with farm broadcasters, NAFTA is the topic of discussion. Obviously, it's on your mind and your agency's mind because recently you're starting to put together a contingency plan in case we withdraw from NAFTA to protect farmers and ranchers across the country. What does that contingency plan look like?
Well, as I indicated earlier in the day, then those comments were probably premature. It was me thinking out loud about the fact that I believe that we'll have Plan A, which is renewing NAFTA, but I'm kind of a planner and a Plan B thinker too. If we don't get a successful renegotiation, then we know that's going to have some devastating effects on agricultural commodity prices, and I think it's incumbent upon me to think about those kind of things and ponder that as what my recommendations to the administration would be.
You also mentioned a NAFTA 2.0. Describe what that looks like to you.
It's just the next NAFTA. It's the NAFTA renegotiation. Obviously, with NAFTA, for the most part in agriculture, has been very favorable to both America, United States, Canada, and Mexico. All three countries would acknowledge that, but it's been almost 23 years old, and a lot of things have changed in 23 years, including the internet. So we've got a lot of work to do over different things that way. Canada obviously still restrains our marketing in dairy, poultry, eggs, and we think our markets are more open to them than theirs are to us. We'd like to change that. Mexico, certainly the president is very concerned about the trade deficit, mostly manufacturing products with autos and auto parts that come from Mexico. He thinks there's been a circumvention of Asian products coming through, being put into cars and coming tariff-free in the United States. So that's a big concern. We still have a few issues with agricultural products that are not have the same access in Mexico that we allow their products to have here. So the president's very determined to have a fair and open trade deal of equal reciprocity, and that's what we're doing. That's why I think we'll be successful.
Another subject matter we're talking about quite a bit is a new farm bill.
Yeah.
Work is beginning inside the Beltway on that, and hopefully a lot of senators and congressmen telling me that something will be done here in 2018. You happened to meet with a bunch of Republican congresspeople yesterday in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
What are you hearing about the progress, and what do you think the chances are of getting it passed in an election year?
I think both Chairman Conaway on the House side and Chairman Roberts on the Senate side are very determined to get that farm bill done. I think they've already done a lot of work, already listened. I think the good news is that it'll be more evolutionary than revolutionary. There are not a lot of huge things to change. It'll be some marginal differences that need to be tweaked and fixed, and cotton, dairy, for instance, maybe some specialty crops and balancing up the safety net where people farm for the market and not for a farm program.
We talk about USDA putting things together, a team, so to speak, and obviously we have some people in place, Deputy Secretary and other positions across the country, state agencies that have been filled over the last week. Still some positions to be filled. When do you see that happening? Because obviously we talk about trade, talk about the Farm Bill, having all hands on deck is going to be a big help.
We do. The USDA is a broad and vast agency, a lot of different mission areas. Really 8 different undersecretary positions. We've only got 2 filled right now. We do have a deputy secretary. They're doing a great job. Our career acting people are doing a great job, but there's nothing like leadership at the top to press the culture down and help people to understand the strategies, the mission, and the metrics of what we're going to be doing. So it's very important. We hope to have these people in place sooner rather than later. We unfortunately have a hold on one of the people right now over no cause of his own, not against him. It's over another policy that member of the Senate wanted to make an issue of. It's unfortunate. I hope that will be resolved very quickly, because this is a good man that's going to head up our FPAC, our Farm Production and Conservation Mission area, and that's a customer-facing area. Farmers are coming in now to sign up and do different things like that, so we need good leadership there.
As you and I talk, USDA just released a new World Ag Supply and Demand report, a higher corn yield and more corn in stock. Obviously, we need to find a place to move our products. And when we talk about the renewable fuel standard, there's obviously a lot of potential there, but it was under question just a couple of weeks ago. Do you see any way to up that standard and maybe move more product here in the country domestically?
Well, as you know, that's under the purview of the Environmental Protection Agency, Scott Pruitt. I think he's looking at the numbers, whether we can go to a total E15 or not. I'm not in a position to say. Obviously, with the corn yield continuing to go up, even in not perfect favorable weather, then our guys get better and better, the genetics get better and better, and the precision agriculture gets better and better. So trade, or RFS.
I know you've been in politics a while as the governor of Georgia and now here in USDA. Is this job what you expected?
Well, I think it is and more. It's more diverse, more impactful to more people than I imagine. There are more things that USDA does than I'd ever imagined. I knew them from a Farm Service Agency, NRCS area, but didn't have any real comprehension about how vast and broad and how it touched almost all Americans. So it's a very interesting job. It's challenging. I like management. I like making things better. Our goal at USDA is to make it the most effective, the most efficient, the best managed, customer-focused organization in the federal government. And I hope it to be that before I leave.
I speak for all farm broadcasters. I thank you very much for being with us here in Kansas City and taking time for me here on the Ohio AgNet.
Thank you very much. Good to meet you.
Sonny Perdue, he is the USDA Ag Secretary. I'm Ty Higgins on the Ohio AgNet, and we'll see you down the road.